The Ancestral. A Vietnamese family moves into a century-old ancestral home only to discover sinister secrets and visions in the old family's ancient crypt. Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys a review for a movie you probably haven't heard of. And today we're talking about Ancestral. It also goes by another name, which I'll put up here on the screen because I'm not going to attempt to say this because I see some of y'all in the comments making fun of the way I pronounce things. That's just how it is. So from now on, if it comes to a director, an actor, just look in the description down below. You can go there and see who directed this, who acted in this, what the name of this movie is in Vietnamese, all that good stuff, because I'm not gonna subdue myself to this again. But the director of this film did direct one of my guilty pleasure movies of 2022, and that is The Princess. He also directed a movie called The Requiem, or Requiem. See, I'm just really bad with names, but that movie sucked. So when I went into this film, I was kind of like, okay, he directed The Princess. I really liked that one. Not a lot of people liked it, but it was my jam, But I saw the trailer to Ancestral, and I was like, okay, this is giving me some like The Others vibe. I like when horror films go into like a situation where it's just a one place location, a spooky house. That's where I get The Others vibe from it. So I did like that aspect of the film, and it looked well acted. The CGI for the ghost and the demons and stuff, we'll talk about that later. Didn't go over too well. How did I like this film? How is this film? Should you go watch this? Should you spend $5 or $1.99 at the Redbox to go see this weekend? Yeah, I think so. I think it's pretty good. It's kind of surprised me. Like I said, it were giving me that Others vibe. And if you haven't seen The Others, it stars Nicole Kidman. All of you know who Nicole Kidman is, because if you went to any AMC theater this past couple of weeks, you could see her. She's there eating popcorn, drinking a soda, which is all a lie. But that film, when it first came out, it got a lot of hype for the surprise ending. Nobody knew where it was going. And I feel like nowadays, with the internet and social media, movies like that wouldn't get the, acclaim, hype, and surprise that it would today. So when I say that this movie reminds me of The Others, is because there's a twist in here that I did not see. I don't know if that was just me, me just being very into the film and not really thinking about anything else. I can see somebody, figuring it out, because the twist ending that they give you, now that I think about it, it's like, yeah, you could have saw it coming. But for me, who was a person that was into the film, I really liked the performances. I liked the setting, and I liked the atmosphere and the story that they're telling. I just kind of got lost into that. And so when the surprise ending, the reveal came out, I was just like, whoa, that was pretty good. But let's talk about the story. The story is about this family that goes into this ancestral home, and they're trying to just get their life back together after their mother has passed. So the dad's there, he's trying to just pick up the pieces. And then there's two young girls here, and they're really great. I really like their performances. I was really surprised. They're really good in the film. I think probably they're the best ones. Everybody else is kind of meh. But the story is, kind of generic. They're just trying to figure out what's going on with the kid. One of the kids has sleep paralysis, and they're just trying to figure that out. And like I said, it does go to a surprise ending, and they explained a little bit more about the sleep paralysis and all that stuff. Didn't know they were going to go there, like I said, but I did, enjoy for the most part of the story that they were telling in this film. We do have to talk about that infamous CGI that is in this film, and it really takes you out of it. I'm really getting into it. It's not in particularly like really scary, and I feel like as me, I'm wearing a horror shirt. I like horror films. I'm kind of desensitized to most things that are kind of scary. The last film that I think that like kind of scared me was Evil Dead Rise, so that was recent, but I've seen a lot of horror films, and a lot of things don't scare me necessarily, but I do think that there's elements in here that are kind of creepy. Anytime you're dealing with like possession and like demonic forces, I think you have the potential to do something really scary. And this film, they have moments in here. There's jump scares, so if you don't like jump scares, they're in this film, but I think they're done pretty well for the most part. But the CGI really takes you out of the film when they show some of the demons as CGI monstrosity. So, I mean, maybe you might be scared because how bad the CGI is, but for me, I was just like, dang, you know, you had something good going here, and then you show me this thing, and then I'm just like, it's not scary at all. It just looks like a PlayStation 3 video game. But I also think that the movie kind of falls apart in the third act. Once they do the reveal, it kind of goes nowhere. It's a surprising reveal to me, but it just is like, okay, we revealed what this is going on. And you're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. What are they going to do? Don't really do anything with it. I still feel like the way that they ended the film, I was like, is that the ending? Is it? Are you going to explain it? But I think, guys, overall, that the Ancestral film is worth your time. Again, if you're going to go watch this movie and rent it from Redbox or rent it off of the various VOD sites, you know, I think it's like $4 I spent for it. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth that. It's a foreign film, so there is subtitles. You can watch it dubbed, but I don't recommend that you do that because the dubbed version is atrocious, and I'm not a person that sits here and says like all dub versions are terrible. You know, do whatever you want. If you like dub, you like dub. If you don't like dub, you don't like dub. But for me, personally, would recommend that you watch it in its original language with English subtitles, or whatever language is your, you know, that you prefer subtitles. Watch it that way. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If this movie is something that interests you. If not, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know what you're watching this weekend. You know, some movies that nobody has ever heard of. Let me know in the comments down below. I want to know what kind of weird stuff that you guys are watching, because that's what I want to do on this channel. I wanted to start talking about movies that nobody's talking about, because everybody else is talking about the cool stuff, so I'm going to talk about the random weird stuff. But guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is pretty crazy. I thank you guys so much for that. As I'm navigating this weirdness of my channel, you know, I'm not really knowing where I want to go with this, but I think I'm finding my footing, and you guys have been helping a lot. So I really appreciate it. And as always, guys, keep watching movies.